Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So this video will be talking about the graduate visa or post-study work visa. I'll be also taking some of your FAQs, some of the questions which you sent me across Instagram, some of the comments which I got in my last video. So it will be a full information package on post-study work visa. Moreover, I would really like to thank the people who have recently joined the channel. They have subscribed it. So I really appreciate it a lot, and people who haven't subscribed, make sure to do it as I make all such informative videos for the students. So moving on to the topic of this video, which is the post-study work visa or the graduate visa itself. So the very first question, what is graduate visa itself? So just as a brief definition or the introduction for this video is that post-study work visa, anyone who will be graduating successfully from their universities. For example, if it's a master's program, for example, it's an undergraduate, for example, it's a PhD, they will be getting at least 2 more years to stay in the UK and work. So that is a brief introduction around post-study work visa. And straight away, let us jump into some of your FAQs, frequently asked questions, and let me try to answer that. The very first thing is that who is eligible for graduate route visa? So in terms of the eligibility, there are 4 important things. The very first thing is that you should be in the UK. Second thing is that your current visa should be a student visa or the tier 4 general student visa. And the third one is that you should have studied in the UK, maybe it's a bachelor's degree, postgraduate degree, or other eligible course for a minimum period of time with your student visa or tier 4 student visa. And that minimum time is at least 12 months degree programs. And then the fourth thing is that you have successfully completed the course. Now there are few kind of nuances, or there are few rules for the course itself, which I want to talk a little bit in I want to give you more information around the course eligibility. So the very first important thing about the course eligibility over here is that the education provider for your course should be having something called a track record of compliance. So for example, if you're studying in a University X, it should be having this like a license sponsored with a track record of compliance. And in order to check that if your university has got the track record of compliance, I'll make sure to put a link in the description by which you can check the university which you're applying to. Does this have got this requirement or not? So I think that is all which I wanted to cover in terms of the eligibility section over here. Now the another question is that, do I need a job offer? So there is no requirement of any job offer. You don't need any kind of sponsorship from any of the companies, not even from the university. You don't need any sponsorship at all. The other thing is that what work can I do? So in terms of job, you can do any kind of work wherever you want to work. So you can work in a restaurant, like maybe earn some money, pay your educational loan if you have taken. So like you can do any kind of work which you want. But the main purpose for the post-study work visa is that it gives you an extra opportunity in order to get a sponsored job. So after this 2 years, let's say if you are passing out from a bachelor's degree or a master's degree, you'll be getting a 2 years of stay. And the main importance of that 2 years stay is that it gives you an extra time that you can apply for the companies, you can give their interviews, maybe also get some job experience, let's say for the initial 1 year of your PSW where you don't need a sponsor, and then essentially when this 2 years period ends, then you can get the sponsored visa, which is your tier 2 visa itself. So that's the main importance of this graduate visa. But in terms of work during that stay, it is up to you. You can do any kind of work. Then do I need to make a new application for the graduate route? Yes, you need to make a new application. Again, I'll mention that link in the description below where you can apply post-study work visa or this graduate route. I'll make sure to put that link. And it's like a very easy application. It's all done online. And then the other question, does my university need to sponsor my application? No, your university don't need to sponsor your application. The other question which I've got over here is that what will be the cost? And it is what I wanted to really touch upon. How much would it cost you? So in terms of the cost, the application fee is about £700. Then secondly, for your health surcharge, every single year you need to pay £624. So if it's a 2 year stay, it will be about £1,248. If it's a 3 year stay, for example, anyone who has done PhD, they will be getting a 3 year of stay, and it's for £1,872. So there's a decent amount of fee which you need to actually pay over here in order to get this post-study work visa. And then the other question is that, is the graduate route affected by the coronavirus pandemic? Now, what really this question means is that someone who has started their course, let's say in 2020 to 21. Now there was a provision that a few students can remotely study, and for them the requirement is that they have to come to the UK before 27th of September 2021. And if you're starting a course in 2021 to 2022, let's say if the classes are again online, you have to be in the UK before 6th of April 2022. So this is the another guideline which has been advertised over there on the UK government website. And moreover, for the dependents, now let's say if you've got a dependent when you're in your tier 4 visa, or when you're on the student visa, you've got a dependent. Now for the dependent as well, they can also apply for extra stay. For if you get like extra stay for 2 years, your dependent will also get an extra stay for 2 years. So I mean, like, this is a really good deal for the international students, because before the international students used to come to the UK and it was very hard for them to immediately find a tier 2 sponsorship, and in absence of such kind of extra 2-year stay, in absence of any such graduate visa, they used to flew back to their own country, and they had to work on the same amount of money which in terms of the profession they're working in their own country. So whereas they spend lakhs of money in the education in the UK and they won't be earning that much, so it isn't like a good return of investment, in the other words. The other question which we have got over here is that when is the application deadline? When will this graduate visa actually end? Now till now we don't know what's the deadline for this. We don't know whether it will be for the next 4 years, next 5 years. But what I have read, from my own research, what I can tell you is that now UK have got a target to get about 600,000 international students by 2030. Now the target is of 600,000 students. Now it depends how quickly that kind of vacancies really fills in. If it is in the next 2 years, then it will kind of stop. If it is in 3 years, then it will stop. So it depends upon the target of 600,000 international students who the UK government has planned that they should be studying in the UK itself. What I'll say is at least for next 3 to 4 years, I would say that expect that there will be this kind of graduate visa which will be available for the students. One more question which I've got over here is that does my marks, what amount of marks do I need in order to pass my degree? Now there isn't any specific mark limit. It is all just you need to successfully complete your degree itself. There isn't any mark criteria. You should get 90%, you should get 80%. There isn't any mark criteria as well. So I think that is all what I really wanted to cover in this video. I really hope that you find some value out of it, and make sure to give it a subscription, subscribe to the channel, really help us to grow, and also make sure to give it a like as well. Thanks for watching and taking your time. We'll see you in the next video.